The planting plan here is designed to stabilise a bank which runs from the top of the bank, the blue line here, down to the edge of a stream. Notice that if I select, I need to go back into the model. Notice that if I select the polyline to indicate an existing Formium tenax planting, transparency of 90 is applied to that zone. That's not a problem when we go File and Save as PDF. That transparency will show as we see it here on the screen. But if we want to print to a high quality PDF, we need to display that zone differently. None of the other symbols here have transparency applied to them. If I just say I'm going to edit that block and pick this color here, it's transparency of 255. So there's no transparent setting with any of the symbols. The only symbol is that existing Formium. So the way I would deal with that is to select that, change the transparency to 255, take off the fill like so, and then I would hatch it with a hatching pattern, probably at an angle of say 45. So draw, hatch, pick it, right click, we'll just pick lines, and we'll set the angle at 45. You can never be sure of the density, so what we try and do is, it's not related to the spacing of the lines in real world, it's just an arbitrary setting. Watch what happens to density as I increase the scale and we get it to 2.4. And that's still not quite right. We probably need to go to say 2000, and now our zone shows reasonably well. I'd select both of those now, and I'd use Tools and Bring to the Front. The reason for all of this is if we allow transparency and print high resolution, as I'll show you in a moment, you just get a blank area. I'd change the colour of that one, I think, just back to selecting the colour just to the foreground, and we've brought it to the front. You could pick it a different colour if you thought that would help the interpretation. So we're now ready to plot at a very high resolution to a PDF writer. And here's the result. Our existing Formium tenax planting shows very clearly. We can zoom in to a relatively high resolution, and I think you can see the text and all of the information the design shows really clearly. We can, and contrast that result with this result where we had transparency for that polyline area there, and we don't get it to show in the final print. So avoid using transparency if you want high resolution PDF output from gCADPlus.